Yo, what's going on? My name is Kae Kurd.
Marcus Bronzy.
This is Ain't Got a Clue. Guys, remember, we are having our first ever live show, 27th of November at Up the Creek Comedy Club. And we have great news. Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Bad news. We're going to leave with the bad.
Bad news.
Sold out.
Good news, we're moving to a bigger room.
Hey!
So we're going to the bigger room. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Going to be live, special guests. It's going to be a vibe.
So there'll be fresh tickets up. Probably by the time you listen to this, isn't it?
Yes. And then also, if you're not on a Patreon, get on a Patreon. Get to ask us questions, bonus content, early and ad-free. Now, on to today's show. We have a very, very special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Kiell Smith-Bynoe.
Yeah.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
Cheers, you man do your own sound effect, huh?
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
So what do all these buttons do?
They do a lot of things, bro.
Wait, which...
I don't know. They do things.
We used to have like a Stephen Bartlett
Hang on
drop on there.
why did you press that like you don't know what's going on? I came in like 5 years ago.
Yeah, oh wait, have you heard that?
Have you had Stephen Bartlett?
Not gone?
Your island's only last hope when it comes to rapping. And considering the fact you're such a blatant cabbage, Ireland are gonna lose another precious vegetable like the potato famine.
Damn!
How come that's happening?
He used to be a battle rapper.
He used to be a battle rapper.
Swear.
Yeah. Apparently his bars were sponsored by Huel. What it was is like the protein content of the drink helped him to really deliver. Like that's why other MCs were cabbage to him, man.
Speaking of that, we just had a vegan downstairs like really interrupt our conversation, and it really got Kyle saved us.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Kyle. Sorry, this show is really about you today and bigging up yourself, but I got really pissed off before the show started. We're sitting downstairs in the cafe.
Oh, well, that's the YouTube unmonetized.
We'll beat that out.
Just put the F word in there straight away. 1.56 seconds in.
Let's get it in. And the other thing, but I'm sitting down just chilling. We have some couches at the cafe, right? So I'm sitting down, I'm relaxing. I see Kay is queuing up to get a little coffee or tea or something, yeah? And I see him having a conversation. So I said, with my manners, let me sit down, let him finish his conversation. He'll find me when he's done.
You're brought up right.
Yeah?
You're brought up
Is that the correct way of doing things?
Yeah.
I could have gone and checked him, but I thought, yeah, cool. He's having a lovely conversation with some dude, yeah? So...
I'll be honest, I shouldn't have.
Really?
I don't know what possessed me to just speak... Like, you know, when the guy's like vegan, I was like, oh yeah, I was vegan for 8 months, I had to give up, and then he just...
he led with that? How did he get into the vegan?
Because he would basically...
Talk us through it, bro. We got time.
He's going to this woman, right, that works at the or this person that works behind the thing at the cafe, and he's just gone, what vegan options do you have? And they were like, oh, we can't really cook anything at the moment because the kitchen's in a backlog or whatever. And he's like, oh, we've got vegan sausage rolls. What about any of the toasties? No, they've got butter in. And he's like, I'll just have a hot chocolate with oat milk, and then so
what?
I'll starve, kind of thing.
What do you mean hot chocolate with oat milk? What's the chocolate powder got in it? I can't be vegan.
Oh my God. You're onto something.
Let's go downstairs, bro.
This dude's a fraud. On top of everything else, he's a fraud.
You're right, I think that's what she was saying. She was like, the hot chocolate's not vegan.
Yeah, it had milk powder in it. Yeah.
Oh, well, this guy's a fraud. Anyway, basically he started telling me, right, he was like, oh yeah, you need to, if you went to a slaughterhouse, you wouldn't eat meat and all this sort of stuff.
Do you know? It might be delicious, bro.
I might join in.
You don't know what I've seen.
No.
Yeah. You might start salivating.
You think a slaughterhouse and shit. I'm from East End, bro. You think I'm scared of a slaughterhouse? Chat about.
He was like, nobody would go. And then he was just like, basically he's like, I went to Spain and they're quite carnivorous over there. But, so I find it hard there. But in Turkey, it's much easier because they love their cats.
He wanted to
which I don't know why cats like, do you like, because cats are moving around.
And cats are also carnivorous. Cats eat.
So anyway,
a cat will play with a mouse for fun. A cat will like around a mouse, like, and then like choke it, let it go, choke it. Cats are evil. But anyway, we'll get into that. Anyway,
basically, like, you know when like you're sort of given a thing, like, yeah, cool, like I was vegan, bro, like I had to quit because like he's like, well, just try meatless Mondays, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Kind of. I'm
trying giving you dietary advice within like a minute of meeting.
Anyway, so we're like
the monetization.
The reason,
carry on.
Oh my God. The reason like Marcus is pissed off with him because me and Marcus are in the middle.
Wait, have you done your bit? Yeah, no, because I need to explain this because if I don't say this,
5-10 minutes later, we sat down. I'm eating an almond croissant, whatever, vegan.
Yeah,
we're literally.
You got influence.
Yeah. Well, you have an hot chocolate.
No, it was a double espresso.
Okay.
So and then I'm
no
talking to me and Marcus were having a really deep conversation.
We're actually having the conversation saying, yo, we've sold out the room.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to the bigger room. How are we going to tell the guys whatever, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And I was like, Kae, like, and I swear to God, I was saying something like, and also something that's really important is, right? And then out of nowhere.
The guy came up to compliment me.
But the way he
was
sliced
like,
into the comment, no, he didn't slice. The way he just used a flipping mallet to just smash halfway through the word that was coming out of my mouth.
Slightly jealous that the guy complimented me.
Nah, bro.
Because the guy came over and was like, "It takes a very intelligent man to start speaking about diet, right?"
Yeah.
Really?
Out of nowhere. How do you even start a conversation? Like the fucking audacity. While I could have been telling him that my mum was sick, right, in hospital, and the most important thing is, oh, did you know it takes a very intelligent man to ask about diet? And then said that.
I think he was a nice guy, personally. What, you don't think it's true?
I don't think it's like anyone can ask, but when you go to McDonald's, you ask like, oh, like,
Any
have
allergies?
you got? Yeah.
You know that conversation when they say any allergies?
Yeah.
I always reply with, "We'll find out."
Is it? What, with straight eye contact?
Yeah. Because the thing is with allergies, you can be allergic till the day you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, you're
Not
not
allergic
allergic,
to the day you are.
to anything till
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day you are.
You can get more and more allergic. Like one time you're just going,
Yeah.
after eating shellfish, the other time you could be in
How
hospital.
many people do you know that are like, "Yeah, well, I just developed an allergy"?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Well, so like, it could be the day you're in McDonald's and you're like, "Yeah, well, I didn't know I was allergic until
Yeah, that's
today,
rough.
baby."
That is right. Some people just try and wean themselves off it. They just like have a little bit of the thing they're allergic to every day.
That was me with lactose, but
Yeah.
one day I had to just go, do you know,
Yes, you win.
Yeah.
you're on the M25 going to another service station, next service station, bro.
So anyway, we're not done with this prick, right?
Oh,
so
sorry.
the
I
guy,
thought
so the
we were
guy,
done, bro,
no,
yeah.
we can't, because then the guy goes to Kae. You should have been upset with this. He goes, "Do you know what karma is? Have you heard of karma?" To which Kae was like, "Yeah." He's like, it's the act of. So then he went on to mansplain it. It's the act of doing good to. And then I was so enraged I forgot what he's saying. What was his point about karma?
He basically said if you put violence in your body, you'll be a violent person.
Allow it, man.
And then he looked at Kae and said,
I don't
"Good
know.
day," and then looked at me and said
He said,
nothing.
"You are what
and then
you
like,
eat,
"What?
innit?"
You are what you eat." And then like looked me up and down and walked
phoned
away.
me, and that was when like he had to say
Okay.
good day in it. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're in reception. And then the guy's like, "Good day."
Well, anyway, fuck that guy and his shit haircut. Kyle, speaking of
Can we just
the
say,
word
yeah.
genius,
I
right?
was gonna say, speaking of shit.
That would have been a horrible
Speaking of
segment.
shit, no.
Speaking of shit,
No.
Kae
honestly,
said before the
yeah.
recording, the word genius is bandied around very frequently and it's misused.
And we've had that. I've said this on this podcast.
We said it
all
on the
time.
podcast.
But
he turned to you and he said, "This guy," and then he turned to me and said, "This guy is a genius."
I've said it.
That's what he
I've said
about
it
you,
to
bro.
numerous people. I was like, "Kyle's a genius," and people in this country are too fucking stupid to understand. No, you're a genius. I actually think you're a genius. Like there's times where like so. I mean, everybody. For those that don't know, actor, improv artist. I'd say you could describe yourself as a comedian in a sense, not a stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I guess, yeah.
But like you do serious acting, comedy acting,
Presenter as well.
presenters, yeah, yeah. So MB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you do a bunch of things, but you know how many people I've met or I've seen online in videos or like just doing anything, and it takes a lot to impress me. Like when you're like you see people and you're like, oh, they're good, but like to actually be like, no, this guy's fucking cold, bro. And I always, anytime you do anything, I'm just like, for fuck's sake, he's so good, bro, right? And it's like the way your mind goes in certain directions. I've seen you do improv. I remember one time I went to an improv class with you in Caledonian Road. And I was just like, where the fuck did this guy just think of this? Like just your mind goes in so many directions and it's just, it always takes people by surprise. And I think that's why you're so good at what you are. But anyway, I just feel like it's necessary to give people their flowers while they're here. That's why I get so annoyed when people go, so and so's a genius. This is a comedy genius, and I'm like, what? Just because man put a fucking wig on?
Wow.
I see it in Instagram.
That's a lot of
comments all
Insta you just hit with that. The buckshot went wide on that one, isn't
yeah,
it?
but like, do you know what I mean? Like, someone wrote. I saw someone write, "This is comedy genius," and when somebody did a video going, "Jamaicans be like," and they were like, "This is comedy genius," I was like, let me just delete your whole fucking Instagram, bro, because
Yeah.
that is not genius, innit? Like, if you haven't ever gone, Kiell does a show called Cool Story Bro.
Yeah, tell us about how that came around, man.
I do an improv show, yeah, Cool Story Bro. It's an improv show where we get stories from the audience and then we base the scenes that we do off the stories that we got. I've been doing improv for ever, since I was like well, professionally, like on a live stage, from like 14. But before that, I was always in like drama class doing improv. But I started doing shows about 14, and I've been in it for so long that like I feel like I know, like I'm very comfortable on the stage when I'm improvising. I'm more comfortable when I'm than like doing a play or something. I'd rather like not know, rather than like have a line and be able to fuck it up. You can't fuck up improv, but well, you can. But
some people
can.
I'm good at improv. Really?
We will find out.
But I wanted to create a show that, like, even though I've been in it for so long, some of my friends still hadn't seen it, like, or seen me do it. And people were starting to come to my shows more and more and going, yeah, but surely you think of some of that beforehand, innit? Because you're getting just like a word from the audience.
That's what people think when I do like crowd work, and they're like, yeah, you said that. Obviously, like that's scripted, isn't it?
It's a plant, isn't it? Yeah, it's a plant.
Like, no, bro.
Yeah, and so many people think that, right? So I was trying to think, like, how do I create a show where it's so evident that what has happened in this room and is in that moment, and it can't have been rehearsed or thought about before or preconceived. So I was thinking, like, the stories have to come from the audience. So I got Kae to do it. Kae was one of our guests at Southwark Playhouse, smashed it. We had, what stories did we have? We had some mad stuff.
Something about...
the Marilyn Manson one was a bit mad.
It was a guy on a train, innit? You know, they went from a train across Russia or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And And it was just funny because I was like, he was saying basically he went on this long train journey through Russia, but the way he was describing it, I was like, did you go, like, what was this journey like in the 1900s or something? Because it was like, the way he was describing it. Yeah, so then, and then like they just went on and done like this, hello, good day, like that kind of thing. It was brilliant.
But we have to, like, we make sure, so we asked the guests to get as many details from the person whose story it is as possible, so that we can pick up on all the details and maybe expand on one tiny thing in the story that isn't what the story is about, but just what someone said. And I found that was the best way to, like, convince an audience that this is, like,
it's incredible,
happening right now. And there's been no thought about it beforehand. So, yeah, I created that show. We did Edinburgh last year, and then we did Edinburgh this year. So the show's only been like, the show's only been around for about 15 months.
Can I say why I like that show, yeah? Because, you know, have you ever been to like an improv show before?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
My mate's sister, Anna does it. Anna Brophy.
But you know...
Anna. I do it with Anna.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yeah. I've been to one of her other...
Battle Axe.
I went to Battle Axe. Yeah. I need to.
He used to do Battle Axe, but that's a different story. But
cool.
You know, usually
shout out to Anna Brophy, by the way.
You know, usually you go to like, it's usually like this like duo of like middle class Cambridge boys. Like, hi, I'm James. This is Alex, and together we're Jalex.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking James got bumped, bro.
And it's like, you know, when you're just like, oh, this isn't it, innit? Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, act like a banana or some shit, and you're like,
really nice to meet you. That kind of whackness.
That was good though.
Was that all right?
No,
bring me down, bro. Cool,
I like that.
Cool story, bro. I'll be there, bro. That's it. I'm done for the episode now.
But anyway, so if you haven't gone there, when's the next one that they can go to just to check it out?
We're doing Brighton Dome the 22nd of November.
The Dome?
Yeah. No, sorry. We're doing Corn Exchange.
Okay.
I don't know that many people in Brighton, innit? Yeah. I got 9 sisters up there, but that's not going to fill it out. There's Brighton.
You got 9 sisters?
Yeah, that's another story.
I was going to say, shout out to your parents on that, because 10 kids, that's a lot of kids, bro.
12 kids.
What?
My dad had 12 kids.
Okay.
My mum had 1.
Okay, fair enough. No, I get it now.
You're thinking, right, man, your mum must be tired. No, my dad had 12 kids.
Yeah.
But you've taken off to your dad in certain departments.
Wow.
Discuss. Wow. Tell me more about that.
Wow.
I'd like to know more.
Slack.
That was the old me.
Oh, you active?
I was, yeah.
No, listen.
Once upon a time.
When we were in Edinburgh one year I was in Edinburgh, the only friend I had from Ends was Kiell.
Yeah.
Right? And
we have to clarify that this was like this was like 2016 or something.
It was like 2016. Yeah. It was, so we went up to Edinburgh, and you know, we're like, you're like, hey, bro, this is dead here, bro. Like, we didn't want to hang around with like people in the comedy community, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, yo, we're getting Lulu's, and this is like the hip hop and R&B club night, right? So it's the only one that they've got. It's on a Sunday night, right? In this club called Lulu's, right?
Was it good joint as well? Was it good?
It's
or was
good.
it like
for there it's good? Yeah, it's
for there it's good. Okay.
No.
No, as
it's
in like,
good.
there's
It's
not much
good.
option then.
Yeah. No, I'm with it. Yeah. Bro,
So
I'll
like
get down.
anybody into hip hop and R&B
Yeah.
is there, innit? So I was like, yo, I got this girl's inviting me to a yacht. Come down.
Kai, you call this story, yeah?
I am actually, because I like this story.
Alright, cool.
No, this story is hilarious, bro. Right? Like, so I'm like, cool. So I met up with Kyle, and then we get an Uber to this place, yeah, and it's a council estate in Edinburgh.
Oh, that one. Okay, now I know what story it's. Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm not cool.
No, it's a council estate in
I thought
Edinburgh.
you were talking about the mansion.
Oh no, the mansion's a different one. That one was fucking sick as well. So, because we went, bro, we were there for a month. You know,
Okay.
we were trying to.
All right, guys.
So anyway, he goes, yeah. Like we're going to this council estate in Edinburgh, and I'm like, brother, where have you taken me, bruv? Like this is because I'm thinking like, bro, we're in a separate area, right? This is a setup or something in it, bruv. Like don't
You know, like this bit's not called Edinburgh, innit? This bit's called like something else.
yeah. It's like it was crazy, innit? So,
Scallywag. You know those like ends where you kind of see like a road sign that's half hanging off when you come to the block and you look up and you're like, I'm feeling a sense of familiarity that I only had in my ends back in the day. You look around thinking, okay, cool. So
anyway,
you were sharp, right?
So anyway, we get into the house, right? We get into the girl's flat, sorry. And we're like, hi, how are you doing? You all right? That's great. Hello. He's like, yeah, this is my friend Kay. Hey, you all right? Lovely. Just go into the living room, bro. We go into the living room. There's like cans of Red Bull on the island in the kitchen and stuff, yeah. Bro, I look up. Yeah. I kid you not, there is this fucking massive hole.
Oh, shit.
Like, about 1.5 meters, like circular, in the ceiling, bro.
Okay.
And I look at Guy, I'm like,
Bro, you know,
and I'm mouthing to him like,
you know, in cartoons when someone presses the ejector seat and they go up through the ceiling. That's what it looked like.
because it was a flat, and we're like, so why isn't? Where is this hole gone?
That's what
So
I'm
it's just
laughing
a
at because I'm
hole?
like, is the neighbour there like looking down? Yeah, right.
It's a hole,
Yeah.
but then it's just black. It's dark. Yeah. Cool, whatever.
So it's a black hole.
Yeah, it's just a black hole in the ceiling, innit?
Okay.
And we're just like, and he's just like, no.
Yeah, he's got a mission. He's on mission. He's on point. He's on mission. I get it. You're on mission. It's cool. It's cool.
No, it's cool, bro. I'm looking at him like, and here's the funny thing, yeah. So they had these stools, right, that we were sitting on, yeah, and I was sort of sitting on it like with one leg ready to run.
Yeah.
And he was standing around the whole thing. Right? So, but he's, because obviously like he's really good at like keeping it, like he's like a real good poker face in it. So he's just like throughout the whole thing, like. Yeah, so we're talking or whatever. Oh no, we're just waiting for my friends to come. We're just waiting for my friends to come. Bro, let me tell you, yeah, these 3 guys turn up. One's like this Nigerian guy, and he turns up with an Albanian brother, and they're friends, right?
Okay.
Do you remember?
I don't know how you remember that. Because I forgot about it.
But do you remember it?
Yeah.
So they come. This Nigerian brother comes in, cane rolls, everything, right? Yeah. And their accent, like, imagine a man with a Nigerian Scottish accent.
Yeah.
And imagine an Albanian dude with an Albanian Scottish accent.
Yeah.
You man from London, eh?
Also, I can't forget there's a hole in the ceiling somewhere as well. So that's still
So
that's still in my mind as well, right?
and
Yeah.
then, So, but before they're coming and whatever, I keep telling Kyle, yo, like, I'm tapping him like, yo, bro, just ask her like when we're coming. So he's gone to the other room like, yo, babe, like when we. When we get, no, we're gonna go. It's fine. We're gonna leave. Bro, these bros turn up, yeah, and me and Kyle are like, hey, bro, this is
Okay.
They're asking us, oh yeah, where in London are you from, eh? But it was like one of them had like a polo t-shirt on, and you know, like the you know when like the collar starts flicking up.
Okay, he's been washed a couple times.
Bro, it was flicking up, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was wearing like a Gucci belt.
Okay.
With like baggy jeans, and this is what baggy jeans weren't in style. And like his mate was wearing a Gucci belt as well, right? Anyway, we ended up going to the club with them.
Okay.
And whatever.
So there's the Albanian brother, the Nigerian brother.
There was another one with them as well. I forgot where he was
There's
from.
another brother.
Yeah. But it was just like
And then you two and this person.
this girl and her mate. And I think there was another one as well. Yeah.
It was a mess.
Because I was like,
It's a mess.
I keep looking at my watch like, yo, bro, like.
Yeah. Did you guys get in separate cabs, or was it the same cab to the club?
But I do not remember.
No,
Because I was just imagining all of you in an Uber XL would be a really awkward silence on the way to the club.
Me and him got in a cab with one of the girls, I think.
Okay.
I remember,
Yeah.
Because I was like, because then when we turned back into the club and they're like, yo, wagwan.
Oh my god.
You know, the guys are back with us. Like, you enjoying yourself, yeah. I was like, but bro, I can't even do their accent justice. Like, if you heard this accent, bro, it was twanging me every.
it was mad.
Yeah, I was like, what how,
Yeah, like footballer moved to another country, kind of like that energy when you can't place it. Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure they shot or something as well.
Oh, they have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just like, I was looking at what qualifications.
Also, how do you know each other, and how do you understand each other?
yeah.
Bro, it was the most, because you're like, in London, you two wouldn't be friends like that.
No way.
Yeah.
Definitely not. You're from different categories. Not even just culturally, just like the kind of guys that you are. Like, how do you, unless you're work colleagues?
What they are.
They are. Yeah, isn't it?
Honestly,
The other one, the mansion.
Oh wait, is that so you went to the club, did you? And then you just bounced?
Yeah, we just started we just sort of like got to that stage where we were like, yo, we can't really hang around these.
Yeah,
so we were just having our fun, and then we ended up.
And we know some of the DJs as well.
Yeah,
So.
and we ended up singing "Happy Birthday" to a guy on the way home.
Oh yeah.
We were in the middle of the street singing "Happy Birthday" to this random bro.
Was it his birthday?
Yeah. We just saw him.
One day it was,
saw him, and we were like, "Oh, you look happy," and he was like, "It's my birthday," and we were like, "Happy birthday."
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we were having a great time.
Yeah, we had a sick time. But then, the other one, the mansion, there was this girl that I met who was like training to be a composer for orchestras. And she
had a pizza oven in her house, bro.
Bro, we get to the house. She was like, oh, yeah, you just want to come to my house? So
I was like, please don't take me to another house.
Do you mind? Yeah, because this is like chalk and cheese. Like, do you mind if I ask how you met her? Did you meet her from the show?
Were banging the
just...
apps.
Yeah,
we were
banging. I was going to say, I think it's Tinder.
Okay.
Yeah, at that time it was like when
OG
Tinder first came out. And we were
That's when you were like,
you just put like a thing on it and it was just
yeah. Because you're in Edinburgh, innit? It's like,
age range, wife.
You imagine there's a set on that where it just says wherever. Distance, far and wide.
Matching with a 70-year-old. Just okay,
oh, your shoe's a bit late for me. 8:30, I'm in bed. So we went to this girl's house. She was like, come to my house. We went to her house. But we've got to the door. I think, did we go to the club first?
No. Because we met them separately, right?
Yeah.
And then, but when we, it was like, oh yeah, she wants to go to her house, and then like you show me the postcode, and because I came to yours, and then we went from yours in it, and then we turn up and we're going to this area, and then the houses are getting nicer and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
But we've got this house, like you know when it starts when the walls start getting higher. You're in an area and the walls are higher, and we had to go through this door, and then we're in like a garden, and it was nighttime, and I'm hearing like this bubbling sound. I'm thinking, what?
I was terrified because I was like, look, bro, like we don't like if something pulls, like if someone goes, get off my property.
Yeah,
like,
we're definitely the only ethnics within a 4 kilometre. And I'm hearing this bubbling sound. I'm thinking, what is that? I said to her, what is that? She said, it's the jacuzzi. I said, what? In the front garden.
In the front garden?
She said, yeah, don't worry about that. We've gone into the house now. But it was like a school.
Bro,
there's a piano in the I was about to say the corridor. What is it when you come in? The hallway.
Or whatever. Yeah.
When you're coming up, then she was like, "Oh yeah, there's a pizza oven outside."
Bro, okay. No, in the kitchen. Did you see the kitchen? Bro, it was like, it's like going Franco Manca. I swear to you, yeah, like the way it was all tiled up and everything, right? It was like one of the pizza ovens you get at like a proper Italian pizza place.
I said, "Oh, how come you live here?" So, oh yeah, my parents were... Anyway, asking bare questions. Turns out she's adopted she was in America, her and her brother. Some scientists from Edinburgh came to America and picked up her and her brother and brought her over.
Fucking
and
hell.
And let me tell you, she was besotted with Kiell. Like, she loved... And I was like, Kiell, man, just do it, bro. You can get a deposit on a house.
Look, that's wifey material, bro. That's wifey material, bro. You just met her. No, there's something that tells me about her, man. She's definitely wifey, man. I can imagine Kae just opening up the piano, looking at it. You don't know how to play it.
Like, he played it, man. I've been playing it.
I was playing Happy Birthday.
Kae's like, I could get used to this, you know.
Because her friend was Iranian, so me and her friend are chatting about.
Oh,
like,
nice,
we're
nice.
like, oh yeah, well,
Khubi, all them things there, yeah, God.
But yeah, it was like it was this massive sound. So I'm like, oh man, just fucking like wherever, like what? you can live here, bro.
Think of the future.
You can live. And she was a teacher, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about our
escapades.
Nice.
But yeah, we've had some fun times.
I mean, you couldn't have two polar opposite places that you went to. One with a jacuzzi in the front garden, the other one with a hole.
Yeah. We saw both sides of Edinburgh, right?
Yeah,
like, and people go, "Oh, what's the festival like?" I was like, "Man, I ain't going to watch some shows, bro."
Oh.
I was trying to have fun, bro. What are you talking
You want
about?
to hear hip hop on a Sunday night? I'll show you it, bro.
We were going anywhere there was locals in it. Like anywhere we saw like posters, we were trying to avoid because it does get a bit. The Edinburgh Fringe. I don't know how you find the Fringe.
Well, it's different now, isn't it? And it's like I guess you haven't been back.
No, since 2017.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But if you went back, it would be a completely different experience. The same way like I was doing it, I'm like in a flat share with like 4 other people, and I'm like, you know, like I'm getting paid in cash, and because they're doing the bucket pitching.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I've got this much to spend, and that's it. And then until the next show and all that stuff, and like doing it on a budget, and also doing it like I was doing, I think 3 shows a day. That's why I had to be on the apps. I was stressed. I was doing 3 shows a day at one stage. So like, it was like a very different experience because I had to, because I was trying to get my name about, because I was trying to show like versatility. I can do this, but I can also do that. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now, when I go back, like the show Kool Story Bro, we've done it. We did it for 3 days the first year.
Oh, so you're not doing a whole month?
No, never again.
No.
I did 3 days the first year, and then we did 6 nights in August.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Just a few nights, go in, go out, come out. Yeah. I remember one year, me and Mo did a split show. Me and Mo Gilligan, and like, we basically what we could eat was whatever we made in the bucket that day.
Yeah, fully.
And there was one day someone put €5 in, and we were stressed, bro.
Well, people put also, you know, when we were doing battle acts, one time someone put camembert in there.
Someone put cheese.
Camembert.
Someone put cheese in the donation bucket.
Yeah, and Ollie, who like is a compere of battle acts, is like, oh yeah, I know this one, because he's like from them, that kind of background. He knows
the different cheeses.
Oh no, this is quite a good one.
So he saw the value in it. He's like,
So he's like, oh, someone actually gave us quite enough. I'm thinking, why is there cheese in a fucking bucket, bro?
I've got so many questions. Who rolls with just pocket cheese?
This was a wheel.
So someone had a wheel of cheese.
Yeah. Obviously, I feel like
that shows you what Edinburgh's like, though.
Yeah. I feel like someone had been out for the day and gone like, oh, we'll just catch this show. Felt bad they didn't have any cash, and went like, oh, what can I take out of my shopping bag?
Well, I can't put
wheel of cheese. Yeah. I mean, if somebody drops port in, I think that's quite a good combination.
Camembert is brilliant.
Yes.
So it
this is a whole wheel.
That was the kind of vibe that.
That is mental.
Anything could happen in them places, but yeah, we like. But both of us have come so far from.
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, but I think.
Sorry, could I? 1 second. Do you divvy up the money in battle acts? So I could just see you with someone like with a credit card divvying up the cheese at the end of the night.
Or take that cheese, bro. I don't want that. You're trying to divide it between 5 people. Oh, it's not even. How do we?
Did you live with?
Take that.
Did you live with any of them?
I lived with Emily the first year.
Okay.
But then when I was coming up and doing plays, the play would put you up.
Oh yes. Yeah. We never had any of that. So me and Mo, like the first year we went up, we were staying in a hostel, and like sleeping on a single bed, shared bathroom and stuff. But I was lucky. I would wake up really early, whatever time I went bed, because I was like, I need to be the first person, because I knew what time they'd clean the bathroom, and it was like 7:30 in the morning. So by 8 o'clock, I was in that. Okay. I was in the bathroom, and it was clean and whatever. Mo would wake up late, and it was already people like leaving shit in the toilet.
Oh, yeah, I think he told us.
Like literally, like it would be flipping disgusting, bro. You're like, and he was stressed throughout that whole month. He hated it, like, because his heater weren't working either in his room. So you know how cold it gets up there, yeah. So
even
like,
in August, bruv, it's
blitz.
Oh,
really?
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
I had a bomber jacket and a hoodie on at all times.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
Would you recommend Edinburgh to like people on the come up now? Because
I'd love to, yeah. But the thing is,
You won't have the fun we have.
Yeah, well, one, you definitely won't.
Yeah.
But two, like, it's becoming unaffordable, man.
It is way too expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I heard it was. I've always heard it's expensive anyway,
Yeah.
but now it's like you're saying.
Now it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And the prices just keep going up and up and up.
For
And
accommodation especially.
yeah, for accommodation and then like your train or your flights
Yeah.
or whatever. And
The reward isn't there, I don't think.
yeah, it's not the same. Like people used to come from Edinburgh, like even getting nominated for best newcomer or best comedy.
Yeah.
People are getting generals with commissioners and getting put in panel shows and
Yeah.
certain stuff. That's
None
not
of that
happening
exists
now.
anymore, yeah.
That's all. It's all coming from online, which is still good, but Edinburgh doesn't have the same pool that it used to, and also it's just costing so much. Like I was talking to someone that I did a play with years back, and their friend was in a play, and their company was staying in a house. It was like a 5-bedroom house. They're paying $7,000 for the month,
Yeah. It's ridiculous, yeah.
and that's cheap.
$7,000.
Yeah.
And that's cheap. That's on the cheaper end.
Yeah.
That's like that's
you
just
might have a
over
rat
$1,000 each.
living with you as well.
And they're not even
that
paying
price.
rent. They're
No,
just
no,
they're
no,
eating your wheeler cheese.
Yeah,
that you
well,
get
yeah,
from
they
your
got
show.
that camembert and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, thanks for this, bro." And then,
You went for this, bro.
honestly, yeah.
I think for me, it was a great way to like showcase my skill and that I
Yeah.
can do this and do that and whatever. And like, there was even one year where I went up and did when I did London Hughes' show,
Yes, I
and
remember
that was
yeah.
like, it was difficult because I had gone up thinking that Battle Axe was also going to go up, but then it didn't. So I was just doing that one show, and it wasn't my show; it was London's show, and I was just like a part of it. But I still needed to like jump on any improv shows that
To
I
make
could.
money, yeah.
yeah, because you've got to like.
And
busk
London's
is
show
real.
was on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Like so, it was far. So you're seeing him. He's like, fuck. Anytime I saw him, he was just like scratching. He said, like, "I got to do London's show. Where is it?" And it was like really far away from where all the other shows
Yeah.
were. So he was just like, "Oh, I got to go there. I can't do that. I can't do that."
Yeah, man.
Oh man, it was.
Grinded.
But those things do make you. But I've told this story on here before as well. Did I tell you that time when like someone pulled a knife on me in Edinburgh and I thought it was just part of a play, like a street performance?
Go on, tell it again. That's a great story.
I was walking through the meadows,
Yeah.
and someone pulled a knife on me like that, and I was just like,
Excuse me.
yeah, I just moved it away because I thought, oh, it's Edinburgh, it's probably like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
street performance or something.
There's going to be a flyer on the end of the
Yeah.
7:30 AC venue.
And then, like, you know, when I walked down, I was like, oh no, that was.
Yeah.
He must have been so
That is the
disappointed,
lowest
bruv.
point. That's imagine that you're low enough already where you're flicking out a knife on someone and then you're not even.
This ain't even for me. I can't do anything, mate.
Can't even rob someone.
Can't do anything, right?
He didn't even get. So he obviously didn't get any dialogue out. He didn't even say like, "Give me all your money" or nothing like that. He didn't get
Nah, he was
nothing out.
just
Like, what have you got for me? He just put the
He
knife
just
out.
got the knife out, and I was just like,
He interrupted it.
put the hand away.
The thing about the Meadows is that like there's bare people doing anything, bro. There's like circus acts over there. There's
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
juggling fire here. There's like they're rehearsing their play there. So
Yeah, a good friend of mine did a show with a lot of fighting in it. So they did a fake street fight.
Right.
So that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like, so
so
you'd
it's-
see people fighting, go over, they'd be like,
You know,
"There's
in
a
the
flyer."
Tower of
Like,
London,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
when they have like lots of like street. Sorry,
Yeah,
they'll do like
street
plays in
performers,
a thing. So you think, oh my god, it's like
Yeah.
it's such an authentic experience. So that's what I thought had happened. But yeah, I thought I told you when it was.
No?
It was on the way to. I was just walking through, and I was like, oh, whatever. And then my manager's like, why didn't you tell me someone pulled a knife? I was like, oh, bro, it's fine. Like,
Yeah,
was
that
just-
is funny, bro. That is funny.
he never had a hoodie on or anything, innit? Like, I think if he had a
Yeah,
hoodie
if he had a hoodie on,
I'd have been shook.
Yeah.
But it was just, you can't pull a knife out on me with a shirt on.
Was he wearing like a sleeveless barber jacket or something like that? Just
literally
he's wearing a shirt.
A striped shirt, and he's
Oh,
just
man.
like that. And I was just thinking, like, you're not Juntao from Russia or whatever. But
Oh, that is funny, man. So
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think it's a shame really because Edinburgh used to be the place where people go and like get discovered, and I think there's like a little bit of that, but it's getting smaller and smaller every year, and it's just unaffordable. And yeah, I mean, I'd still recommend it if you want to like take your show somewhere and like if you're starting a show. But I think that's more for like playwrights or people that are doing.
But
like
we
a
come from
one-man
an
show.
era where talent meant something.
You sound like a man downstairs. It takes a very intelligent man. No, you're right though. You are right, 100%.
Yeah, like talent meant something. Now, like you've got like NPC Miles Morales on TikTok making more money than us.
Or do you feel like
He's
you
working
guys?
hard though, bro.
Huh? Hold on, did you see
He's
that
working
video?
very hard, bro.
What's he done now?
He was on Kai Cenat's stream. Hold on.
Let's not do that again. Seems like I went through a wormhole or something. Pretty sure I'm still the same. What the fuck? Thinks it's subscribed.
He was just like jumping on this guy's stream,
Mad.
doing all the thank you for the roses.
Do you lot think though you guys kind of got the best of both? You got the old school talent, but you got access to online as well. Because you lot,
I think
be
he
fair-
doesn't do enough online, but I think if he thought of like a thing to do online, he'd be like, because you do static let's flats and obviously ghosts. Which one? What sort of role that you've played has been your favourite?
I think, I mean, Staff will always be my favourite. And Staff is what like got me into TV. That was my first regular TV role.
you look like you had fun. You look like you were just having fun.
I spent just 6 weeks every year of the 3 years that we did it of me trying not to laugh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all it was. Because my character was
You're
the
so
one
serious,
who was
yeah.
dead serious. And I was just like,
I was so happy to see you on there, but then I was like, this is so unlike Kiell.
yeah.
The character was just not you in it. I was like, but that shows you're a good actor in it. But it was just like,
I felt a bit like that about Ghost. Like I was pleasantly surprised because it was like just a different.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know what to expect for online stuff and Straffless Flats.
Right,
So when I saw Ghost, I was like, oh shit! And then it was like a totally different direction of show. And also, it feel like it's got like a little cult following, not a little, but like a cult following. Like it's a total different direction.
Yeah.
To what? Correct me if I'm wrong, Kay, I don't think anyone else around us has gone in that direction.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Not
So
really.
It's like mainstream. It's
Yeah.
proper like 8:30 BBC One.
Yeah.
It's a proper mainstream. Hit.
like you probably have like Radio 4 listeners that
man.
like proper like follow you and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the following seems really strong. Like there's like Facebook groups. There's like people that really dig into the show still, and go back and like rewatch stuff and love it for it.
Yeah. I mean, when I was on a flight a few months ago, and I see like a few people watching it on different screens. Yeah. And there was one time.
And if someone was doing that to me, I'd just be like,
You know, it takes a really intelligent person to select a show like that and watch it on a flight. You know,
when I was coming back from Barbados, like last Christmas, there was a girl watching Ghost, and she was on the aisle, so I was like, good choice. She was like, why is this guy interrupting my show? I like to imagine that like 3 months later she clocked. She was like, just in the middle of something at work.
halfway through
hey, bruv, she could be watching this right now, bruv. If you've got a message for her, you can let her know right down the barrel.
Good choice.
Yeah,
that is hilarious. Right?
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. So quickly about go on.
But with the online stuff is like I never found something that I was like, right, this is how to.
Well, I think
This is how to
you
hit it
have
online.
you have sort of like the same issue I have, where it's like, I don't want to dumb myself down.
Yeah.
One, you don't want to dumb yourself down, and two, you're just like, you want to do something where you're like, I'm proud of this kind of thing in it,
100%,
like where you don't want to look back on it in like 5 years and go, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah.
So I've always, because you will have like these, because me and you have like banded around sketch ideas and stuff before, and it's like it's always stuff that we're like is big in it. It's never really like, I don't know, like
Small scale.
Yeah, it's not like POV or that feeling
I just remember the culture clash. Remember we did that culture clash thing on Insta. Like it was like a parody of the Red Bull one.
Did we?
Yeah, and it was like the Boost culture clash.
Bruce Culture Club. Go on, tell us about this, bro.
Remember, it was like a diss. It was like diss tracks back and forth.
I can't even remember, bro. Like we've done so much stuff. Yeah.
Because I remember someone quoted that to me recently, and I was like, "What is that from?"
See, I've done so much shit I can't even remember certain stuff.
Because I did a diss. It was like you're softer than a quilt. Only got pistachios under your kilt. Something, and I'll bring the bagpipes to you. And then you replied to me on your thing, and then it was going back and forth.
Yes, it might. Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
I won't be able to find that
Sounds
now.
hilarious.
Yeah, someone quoted that to me, and I was like, "Wait, I know that from somewhere."
Yeah.
It's like that's you, bruv.
Have you ever had that when I've had that a lot when someone said something, right? And I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then I realized it was my own joke. I had that during lockdown, yeah. You know, and I forgot my set in it. like my stand-up set. So I went back to watch her video and I was laughing. I was like, bro, this guy's good. You know, stuff like I was like, shit, bro. Like,
But you know what? One thing I will say about that on that is like, obviously I've seen you do stand-up for years.
yeah.
And then there was probably a period where I hadn't really watched much stand-up at all. And then I came to your show in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Bruv, when I saw this guy and I said, what's going... You know, like, I don't like, I'm not really into sports like that, but I see like a lot of people talk about footballers and be like, they're shit. And then all of a sudden, this is the best player ever. And then, and it's very fickle. And I feel like sometimes when it's your friend, you go, okay, they're good over there. Even like with Ghost, my friends don't watch Ghost. They just know that it's on and they're like, yeah, we're happy, like, yeah, it's successful, but I'm not watching it. It's not for me. So I just hadn't seen Kae do stand-up in a while. And I went and saw that Liverpool show. He's one of the best out there. Hands down.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Oh,
Marcus always says that on here, and I'm like, yo, guys, man. Like,
Yeah, I've said this before. Like, he kicks the door. He comes out fucking like kicking. He kicks the door off, innit? Like
yeah,
when he comes
100%.
out. That's
But
the
also,
best way of explaining it.
Like, you've worked on it.
oh yeah.
And some people just do it and they're like, oh yeah, I'm getting gigs and I'm doing
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
or whatever. So like, I'll just keep like that. And you obviously at some stage just went, right, next year.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was when I stopped giving a fuck.
Right.
Well, what the industry thought of me.
Okay.
So, you know, and I was like, it got to a stage where I was like, I'm never going to be James Acaster or Nish Kumar or like Ed Gamble or those guys. I can only be me.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I was just like, well, yeah, let's just fucking lean into it.
Yeah, for real.
So like, I hate the fact that I use bruv and in it all the time on stage, but then I'm like, part of it means like, that's...
Yeah, that's what...
Do you know what I
do
mean?
that in your real life.
Yeah, so I'm like, I might as well just carry on doing it kind of thing. But yeah, do you know what it is? I think it's like anything though, innit? It's reps. You just the more reps you do, Arnold Schwarzenegger says it, innit? Like everything's about repetitions. Yeah. So you have to just do the reps and then do it. But I think there is a lot to be said about like having no fear and just going, fuck, what's the worst that can happen? At the end of the day, bruv, like I'm like, none of this matters, innit? So just like, even if you have a bad gig, you're like, well,
yeah, I'll have a good one next time.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think, I just had this like thing where I was like, and then obviously like that show was like, that Liverpool one was funny because
There was no one from Liverpool there.
Really?
bro, full comedy club. Who's from Liverpool? Like one person, bro. I was just like, everybody I was asking was like, I'm from Manchester, I'm from London, and I was like, who the fuck is from Liverpool, bro? But it was funny because because it was a later show. Like I started at like 9 and I was like, why the fuck are we starting at 9? I wasn't on till like 10 p.m. And then it was because it was a comedy club, I could do a lot more crowd work rather than just my set. So obviously like when we did the Apollo for that show, like I wasn't doing that much crowd work, was I? Like, but
Too much physical distance, really, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. But when you're in an intimate comedy club, like that's why I had a great. One of my favorite shows was Newcastle as well. It was like really small comedy club, low ceilings, but we could just like, I could just, and it just becomes so much more interactive and fun and whatever. And that part of that was me getting to a stage as well where like there was at one point I think. When I was going to Edinburgh, like, and when I was chilling with you in them times, I was terrified of talking to the crowd.
Okay.
I was like, if someone said something, I'd be like, "Oh, thank you," or like, or shut up, like,
Right,
and then and I just web, and then
What changed?
I went out and I would go to open mic nights, and I was like, I'm not going to do any material. I'm just going to do crowd work.
Okay.
I forced myself to do that.
Right,
So
right.
there'll be like 20 people in the crowd, and I'm just going, and it was like
Yeah,
over
yeah.
time. I remember seeing people like Russell Hicks and Kane Brown, and I was like, I need to be that good at crowd work, and then
Okay.
got to a stage where I was like, okay. And then people now, like when I go on stage, it's more like people are like, oh, are you nervous? And I'm like, not really. No, I'm just more just like hold my drink, and then like I just go on, come back, and then whatever. Obviously, don't get me wrong, I care.
Yeah.
But when I say I don't give a fuck, it's more like this isn't gonna like end me in it. Whereas when you first start out, you're like, even when you're doing improv or something, you're like, no, I hope I fucking smash this, bro. Like,
Yeah.
where you're kind of like there's a quiet, assured confidence where you're like, it's gonna go well.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been funny enough times in your life, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If you've been funny like 1,000 times, whatever, you're like, Bro, I could be funny again.
Yeah.
So before, when you're first starting out, I feel like you're scared of silence.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that as well.
Yeah,
When you're on
100%.
stage, you're like, oh shit, I better say something funny.
Yeah.
Whereas once you've been doing it for some time, you're like, let me just relax into this because I know a laugh's gonna come and it will be a bigger laugh. So let me just chill.
Yeah.
So now, like when it's silent, I'm like, whatever, it's gonna come. Anyway,
Also being able to comment on the situation as it's happening,
yeah.
rather than like, oh, I should have said that.
You need
Like,
to be relaxed in that
Yeah,
moment
yeah.
to do that because you're sitting in the moment, aren't you? Like instead of like, I guess when you were new, you're just like material. Like, what's my next bit? How am I going to connect to my next bit? Whereas if you're just chilling, do you get me? Like,
But he is one of the funniest people. Just like, like if we'll be chatting, and he'll just say one random thing, and I'll just be thinking about it for days, just laughing my head off.
heavy. But I was gonna say like when you do improv, that's the same sort of thing in it because you have to sit in that moment because someone's literally throwing you a word and you got to build a whole scene around it.
Yeah.
And go from there. So you have to be a level of relax, right? You can't be shook going on
100%.
stage.
Yeah, and I've had, because I have 5, so it's myself and 4 other guests, and then we have a special guest who talks to the audience, and then we can butt in and ask some questions. But the improvisers that I have are all like so confident in themselves, and I think they're the best. Like there's a lot of different like improv groups around the country, but I like the people I've got in my group, they're the best.
Heavy.
And
Do you know?
When's the next show? Quickly. When,
22nd of November at Brighton, Corn Exchange.
Corn
And then-
Exchange.
Yeah, not the dome.
I might come down to that.
Bro, do you know?
But also there's London, December the 13th here, Royal Stratford.
Do you know?
Is
What?
it?
Do you know what's
I'm not,
funny?
I don't go out at that time of year, bro. Like, starts getting too busy out there. Man. I'm just getting sick of people, man. Christmas time. You heard that anger I got with one rude person this morning. As Christmas starts to happen, everyone's
Do you know
horrible. So
what,
I'll come right. I will come right.
Because I did. I was one of the guests that was talking to the crowd at his show, But then they started doing their warm ups, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll join in this warm up, bruv. Let me tell you, that was material in itself, bro.
What was the what? Is it? No, really? Do you do that?
No.
I see. I don't know.
He's acting like dial up internet. Nah, like so it was all like say a phrase and do an action in it kind of thing, and it was all like doorway, and it was like doorway.
Oh yeah.
And it was bro, it does work like, but then it was like, I don't know, there was a bunch of stuff that they were doing and I was just joining in, but in my head I was like, this is fucking
Yeah. And especially when people haven't seen the show and they're still not really sure. They're like, oh no, I've found myself into some weird corner of improv, like some weird geek.
They were saying I didn't need to do the warm up in it, but I was like, no, let me do it kind of thing. Like,
but we love when the guests do it, but
Yeah.
sometimes they're like, oh, I'm not really sure what this is.
Well, you do the warm up on stage.
Yeah.
Before anybody else
Before-
comes in.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
cool,
we're
cool.
doing this warm up, innit?
okay,
Like,
cool.
but I'm like, I don't want to be that guy that's just looking at him going, what is this, right? So we're just like, oh yeah, say what? But it was certain stuff like you couldn't repeat or what did you have? Like it was all what give me
I don't
some-
know which ones we did because there's just bears and we just
Look,
pick one out.
it's very easy for me to take the piss because I'm ignorant to this. Can you talk us through one of these and what it actually does? Is that all right? Because
Yeah, so we'll do a warm up now. We'll do a warm up now.
Okay,
Give us a-
There's one like 5 ways. So I'll go like, okay, what are 5 ways you can tell your boss that you're leaving your job?
Bye.
1,
See you later.
2,
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
3,
Bye.
4,
Later's my man, yeah.
5.
Cool.
And then you will ask Marcus. like,
What are 5 ways you can order a pizza?
Boss man, the usual, please. I'm ordering for a large group of people, so make sure you listen clearly.
2,
Yo, it's Marcus. You know what time it is. I've actually got a relationship with that. Hello, boss. Can I have what specials have you got today?
4.
This annoys me the most as well. Do you do delivery? When it's clearly a fucking delivery place when someone calls up and they're like, yes, that's what we do.
You're
Sorry,
saying
that
you're
annoys
the
me.
delivery
Yeah,
guy.
but that annoys me. But I just know if we go, hi, do you do delivery? Yeah, that's it. There you go. For 5 things. There you
Okay,
go.
then you ask me 5.
Okay, cool. What's 5 ways you can hang up on the phone?
Pull out by the mains.
Yeah.
Call your phone company and tell them to disconnect you.
Okay.
There's an imposter here. I've got to go.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Your call has been disconnected.
Heavy. That's heavy.
so
If you see
it's
how
just
he's
like-
already gone out of the box of it already,
Yeah.
like pulling the phone out of the wall is so like
So it's
out of
just
the
like
box.
the first 5 things that come to your head.
And what is the purpose of doing this?
The idea is just like
It works.
listening.
Yeah.
First of all, listening, hearing what the thing is, and creating 5 different options for one thing that you've been asked.
Heavy.
So like when we get a suggestion from the audience and they tell us a story about spilling wine at a wedding or whatever, we can go, okay, there's 5 different strands of story that we could go. Or we can go from the point of view of the waiter, we could go from the point of view of the bride, we can, you know, like doing all
One
that.
of the funniest things I ever did with him was at the improv class, and someone was like, "Act like you're 2 pigeons talking about a breakup." We were just
I remember that.
we was at that Caledonian Road thing,
yeah.
and we were just like, we were acting like New York pigeons.
Yeah.
It's just like, she's fucking broken up with me, man. Hey, don't worry about it, man. There's some bread coming over there. Like that kind of.
Heavy.
But it was just like, you know, like, I don't know, like some of those exercises really do help. They open up your mind. But you could probably take them into like corporate away days and stuff and try and make a bunch of money out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about that on the Patreon. Is there anything you want to plug?
Just that really. It's Cool Story Bro.
How do you get
So,
tickets for it?
It's on in my bio on my Instagram, but also Cool
What's your
Story.
Instagram? Tell them your Instagram.
It's easier to just type Cool Story Bro with a K, because I'm like klayzeflaymz. Like, oh, what are you talking about? Yeah, Cool Story Bro with a K, and you can find it. Yeah, we've got Stratford, and it was Stratford in December, and in Brighton November 22nd, and also we're doing Shoreditch House on the 4th of December. What's Shoreditch House like? I've never done a. Have you done comedy there?
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything really. But like,
it
don't
really?
mention, who's got a membership, who doesn't?
You know the joke that never goes down was when people go, "Oh, I can tell I'm with the upper crust of society," or whatever like that. Try and rinse them for being.
You're like, no, they're not, bro. Like they're
Yeah.
just like some of the people I know. That
I've
got
actually heard.
membership are broke.
I've actually seen a well-known comedian bust that joke and then go, "No, okay, I'll just move on to some other material." Then, like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
yeah.
So don't
it's-
rinse them for
Yeah,
being
they're
members.
like,
They're just normal
treat
people,
it,
bro.
Yeah, treat it like any gig.
The reason I asked is because I felt like with Shoreditch House or any of those houses, like people have not paid for the show, so they're not really bothered.
Nah, they're on it. They're on vibes.
they're-
Or they might bring friends.
if
Some
they've
people bring
cut-
friends like for parties and stuff like that. Like might be a party of 5, their friend's birthday. They want to
If
all
they've
enjoy
come,
the
they've come for a
picantes.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not just.
It's not like they could drop in and be, oh, what's going on here?
No.
They'll be on it, man. Good crowd.
Because you actually need to register for it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, let me just.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on in that room today?
But you know, like up the creek, people have cut the paid, they've
Yes,
come, they
yes,
sit
yes,
down and
yes,
everything. Whereas like Shoreditch House, I've never seen a comedy show there, but I imagine that people are just popping in the library, being like, "What's going on?" Oh, my
No.
phone's ringing.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have fun.
Speaking of Up the Creek, before we get out of here, if you want to get your tickets for the live show, that's Ain't Got a Clue Live, Kae Kurd and myself and 2 special guests. Hit the link in the show description, baby. We just said that we're going to be going downstairs to the bigger room, so there will be limited tickets. Last time they went, this time last week, we was letting the tickets go mainstream and they're all gone. So yeah, get to it quick. Anything else we need to drop on them, Kay?
That's it.
All right,
Have a
cool,
good
man.
one.
We'll see you over on the Patreon,
See
man.
you later.